Happy Saturday and may the 4th be with you. For Star Wars nerds, welcome to our weekly check in on the development progress for Client Planner, our portfolio planning tool we're releasing in the end of May for law firms. So let's see what we worked on this week. So let's dive into Client Planner really quickly, add a plan. So if you've been testing along with us, for our beta clients, you've noticed that we've continued to improve on the pills and the way that they work and the way that they refresh. So when you drag global widgets up here, you'll see that the totals are refreshing. Last week they weren't doing quite so well. This week it's all rock solid. So I've got 8 UK cases, 4 French cases. I get rid of global widgets. It goes back to the total Acme Corporation. So all of that's working really cool now. So what we've been working on this week is making it so that you can have different filing strategies for Acme Corporation and global widgets. And so that requires a little bit of setup. And so we have to connect your portfolio, your custom fees to the client planner. And so if we go into custom fees, you'll see a couple areas that we've made some improvements on. So if we go in, we'll see global widgets here. Let's go into global widgets. I actually think that we're going to move the client maintenance stuff out. So it's actually going to show up as a sidebar item here so that it's easier to get to. Feels a little bit of a hassle to get to right now, to be honest with you. But we can go into global widgets fees. We can take a look at their setup and we can actually set specific fees. We've got, file a patent application. They're getting charged a lot of money, $6,000. And you'll see over on the right-hand side of the screen that we can actually set fees to be visible on the forecast or visible on Planner. And so what that allows you to do is set fees so that they'll only show up when you do a client plan. So maybe they're appropriate for budgeting purposes or planning purposes, or there's something that you want to put in as a contingency fee. But when you're doing a cost forecast, something you want to be a little more accurate, you may not necessarily want that to be in there. So we're setting that up so that you can do that. You'll see quite a bit of evolution of this particular area over the next couple of weeks because we need to be able to do a lot of different things around setting the, how it will work for a particular client. So as I trip all over my words there. So that's a big area of focus for us this week. And then the other area that we've been working on is the output. So talking to a number of firms, it's pretty clear that we want to be able to make it really easy for a client to understand, what's upcoming, as well as, what are we looking at for the remainder of the year, and in some situations, 2, 3, 4 years. So the first thing we're doing, I've got our template here. Now I'll zoom in a little bit more. You'll have your output with a year per tab. So I've got 2024 here. I'd have 2025, 2026, etc. You'll have a line by line output of all of your matters. So here's family for matter number 111. This is a PCT filing, and so the PCT application is completed. We've got a national phase entry due date of October 1st, and then we've got estimated fees. And so what we want to do to not make this video a million hours long is make it really clear for your clients, what are the fees, what's upcoming, what's going to be due in third quarter, what's going to be due in fourth quarter, what are the totals, and then they can look at it year by year. And then we're breaking it out by family. So we'll probably have a couple of different templates, but this is what we're going to be starting with. And this is the basic template that will be available at the end of May. So that's where we are this week. Next week, we'll be continuing to refine this template. We'll also be working on our foreign filing strategy screens, as well as our docket upload screen. So looking forward to keeping you up to date on that. And we'll talk to you next Saturday and check in again. So have a great weekend and Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. So enjoy.